These are all of the things that my husband never has to ask me because rules are called respect, right? So let's talk. People literally always ask me, do you and your husband have rules in your marriage? And yes, we do. I've made plenty of videos about them, but we're not sitting around at the kitchen table or on the couch like HR writing a policy manual for our relationship. We didn't have to negotiate every single boundary. We didn't have to argue about what's acceptable in our relationship. Our rules are just honestly basic human decency, you know? So it's kind of strange that I have to explain this, but they're rooted in respect. They're rooted in protecting each other and in traditional values that actually keep relationships strong. When you're mature, a lot of things don't need to be just said out loud. You just know. And when you love somebody, you naturally move in ways that protect the relationship, not test it. And I already know that this is going to trigger some people because we live in a culture today where everybody wants marriage benefits with single behavior. They want loyalty, but they want attention on the outside. They want commitment, but they want options. No. You want a safe man, but you still want to feel desired by everybody? No. And then they call it controlling when a man doesn't want to be married to chaos. So let me tell you some of the things that my husband never has to ask me, okay? Because he just doesn't have to. It's already handled and taken care of. First, he never has to ask me if I'm being loyal to him. Why? Because I move like a loyal woman just in general. I don't entertain men. I don't keep a work husband. I don't have any male best friends, let alone male friends who secretly want me and orbit me. I don't respond to any flirty DMs and act like it's innocent because it's not. And let's be honest, we all know when attention has a specific intention behind it. Does that make sense? Loyalty isn't just, but I didn't cheat. Loyalty is your energy. It's how you talk. It's how you dress when you go out with or without him. It's how you respond to any messages. It's how you literally shut things down and close the door and don't keep it open. When I committed to my husband, every other door, if there was one, got closed immediately, emotionally and physically. He never has to wonder if I'm being loyal because I don't act available. And that security changes how a man shows up for you. Second, he never has to ask for my phone. Okay, this is a big one. Phones, they stay clean. Mine and his. I don't delete messages. I don't hide conversations. I don't have sneaky apps. I'm not keeping just friends with flirty history. I'm not protecting other men's access to me. And please don't hit me with the, but what about privacy argument, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. You can have your privacy. You don't get to have secrecy. There's a difference, okay? Privacy is journaling. Secrecy is hiding behavior you know will hurt your partner, but you're choosing to do it anyways. If your husband asked you for your phone and your stomach dropped, that's your answer, my friends. My husband doesn't like to have that need to investigate me like a detective because I don't move like a shady third. He never has to ask me where I'm going or who I'm with. Why? Because I tell him. It's not because I need permission. It's because I respect him and I know he worries about me if he's not with me. It's his form of protecting me. If I'm going somewhere or with somebody, he knows. If plans change, he knows. If I'm running late, guess what? He knows. That is not control. That is just being in a committed partnership. Secrecy creates this nasty anxiety. Transparency creates safety, and a marriage requires a different lifestyle than that dating single life. I'm sorry, but that is just the truth. This is not about control. It is about choosing a different lifestyle because you guys are committed to each other. The same way getting fit requires a different lifestyle, right? The same way building wealth requires discipline, commitment does too. People just aren't committed to each other anymore. We've normalized flirting. We've normalized secrecy. We've normalized, oh my gosh, it doesn't mean anything. And then we're shocked when the trust finally disappears. You cannot build a peaceful relationship while behaving like a single person with options. You just can't. Fourth, he never has to ask me not to put myself in dumb situations because I don't play dumb. I don't go out and get drunk around single men. I don't go party and be in these environments that invite chaos. I don't go on freaking girls' trips that look like a singles resort. Okay, but relax. I'm not saying women can't travel. I'm saying if you're married, why are you acting like you're auditioning to be single? And this is a part that people don't really like to hear. Most cheating, it doesn't start because somebody's evil. It starts because they were in the wrong environment with the wrong people at the wrong time, feeling insecure, feeling unseen, feeling bored, and somebody gave them attention. And all it takes is one comment from the right guy at the right time. One. So, no, I don't play in environments that invite disrespect. Again, that is not control. That is just common sense and maybe a little bit of wisdom. And let's just be honest for a second. If your husband was doing these things, would you be okay with it? If he was texting women late at night, if he was going out drinking with his single friends, if he was hiding conversations or flipping his phone down or posting thirst traps, what would you do? You'd call it out and call him out for the disrespect immediately. But somehow when women do it, it's called being misindependent. You see how that works? Fifth, he never has to ask me to respect him in public. I don't embarrass my man. I don't trash him to my friends or family. I don't tell stories that make him look weak. If I have an issue, I bring it to him, not the group chat. Some people don't want peace, they want allies. They don't want to fix the relationship, they want to be right. Respect protects the intimacy that you guys have. 6, he never has to ask me to communicate. I don't do the whole silent treatment. I don't do well, you should just know. I don't do attitude instead of conversation. That's not feminine. That's emotional immaturity and very rude. If something bothers me, I say it calmly and directly, and he's there. He listens. Resentment kills love faster than an argument ever will. 7th, he never has to ask me to take care of myself. Okay, do you know what that means? I don't get comfortable and I don't stop trying. I take care of my body. I care about how I look. I stay healthy and in shape, but not for social media. For him, for me, and for us. Attraction matters. Anybody that tells you otherwise is lying to your face. Attraction matters. Love does not replace effort and action. Marriage is not the finish line, it's the maintenance. 8th, he never has to ask me to protect his name or our image. Why? I don't post like I'm single. I don't crave outside attention. I don't entertain on the internet. If you constantly need validation, eventually you are going to sabotage your relationship because hunger always looks for the next hit. Always. 9th, he never has to ask me to prioritize our marriage. My husband comes before my social life, before outside drama, before distractions. I mean it. That doesn't mean I don't have friends. It means I understand the priorities. Strong marriages don't happen accidentally. They are chosen daily. 10th, he never has to ask me to be emotionally safe. I don't weaponize emotions. I don't threaten leaving during fights. I don't scream to win, and I do not do low blows. You can be emotional without being destructive. Emotional safety is what keeps a man open. When a man feels attacked every single time he speaks, guess what? He shuts down. And then the women say, "Oh my God, he just doesn't communicate. He's not a good listener. Oh, kiss my rear." Okay, no. He learned that it wasn't safe because of your actions. 11th, he never has to ask me to stop competing with him. I want a husband, not a power struggle, okay? And he wants a wife, not another man. Some women are literally addicted to control, and they call it independence. And then they wonder why they don't feel protected. If you want a strong masculine man, you cannot punish masculinity and then beg for it later, and then punish it again. 12th, he never has to ask me to be consistent. I don't love based on mood. I don't go hot and cold. I don't withhold affection. I don't make him earn basic kindness. Consistency is what creates that security. And this is the truth that nobody really talks about. When you live with these high standards, you don't ever have to beg for respect, ever. When you move like a loyal woman, you attract loyalty. When you move with transparency, you attract trust. When you protect the relationship and the legacy that you guys are trying to build, the relationship protects you. Low standards invite chaos. High standards create peace. And peace is the real flex in a relationship. Not drama, not passion roller coasters. Peace. Chaos does feel exciting when you're young, sure, and when you got issues. But peace. Peace feels priceless when you are mature. And look, we didn't automatically know all of this. We learned it, we talked about it, and we grew into it. Healthy relationships are not found, they are built. Most people never learn these skills and then wonder why every single relationship feels extremely hard. So, let me end with this. Real love is not doing whatever you want. Real love is protecting what you chose. I know traditional values trigger people, but they shouldn't. Why? Why do they? Do you know what traditional values really means? Loyalty, respect, accountability, boundaries, polarity, and effort to make all of that work. And funny enough, those are the exact same traits that keep marriages strong. If you want modern behavior, expect modern outcomes. If you want a lasting marriage, you need timeless values. My husband doesn't have to ask me for these things. Not because I'm perfect, because I am far from it. I am a work in progress. But because I care about his peace. I care about our relationship and our bond that we have with each other. I care about protecting what we built. That's what love looks like in real life. Not vibes, not words, not even feelings. Standards, consistency, and respect.